Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. Today is say nice day out here. A little bit of a cool breeze though, but I'm doing a condo unit here, and empty, as you can see. The owner has just moved out, and this carpet is about 10 years old. It's a nylon berber, and you can see obviously where the couch was sitting there, and the greater wear is happening right here. There is a fair amount of pile distortion, some felting going on here. The carpet yarn is kind of mushing together and it's crushed down a little bit. When I clean it, it will puff it up a little bit, but of course there is some permanent wear on this carpet after 10 years of walking around on it. The couple that were living in here, elderly, and spent all their time here, of course, pretty much. The dining room table was sitting here, and there are a few spots here. I did pre-vacuum this, of course, and did pre-treat spots. I've done a pre-treatment on the traffic lanes, a pre-spray, using my trigger sprayer, just enough to get it damp. And here's what I got out with the vacuum. Here's the workhorse, of course, and you can see there's a fair amount of dust and junk in there. So it was pretty dusty, particularly where at the headboard where the bed was sitting in this room. You can see there's a traffic lane here, but that's not simply soiling. That is wear on the carpet fiber, and as the carpet is walked on over the years, there's a dulling effect that occurs on the yarn as the carpet fiber is actually scratched, scratched and worn, and so the light does not reflect off of those areas as well as it would where the bed is sitting, where no footwear has happened. There's been no light on it. There's not been any soiling. So there will be always will be some degree of a different appearance here. But for 10 years, considering the carpet is pretty light, it actually is in good shape, I think, for 10 years. But the unit is up for sale, and the owner does want to get a good price for it if he can. So he's moved on to a assisted living facility. You see a little spot right there, and he's enjoying it there already. Had bacon and eggs for breakfast this morning. I didn't even have that, but oh well. So I'm going to start with the fiber pad. I'm using a hog's hair, as you can probably tell. Try to make sure I'm centered if possible. Make sure I'm hooked in there, and away we go. This fiber pad has a little imbalance to it, which is annoying. Anyway, I'm going to go over the traffic areas first, as you will see. And then I can go back over, and this way I will get my dwell time. I've already got dwell time happening because I have pre-treated the traffic lanes, as I mentioned, with the trigger sprayer, with my general purpose spot cleaner, which doubles as a pre-spray, which is called all rug. I find it works pretty well. Okay, so I will go over this area first. They had a coffee table sitting right here, a big one. You can see the outline of it there a little bit. I actually have cleaned this carpet before, I think twice. But sort of working my way over toward, just kind of following the track over toward the deck over here, which is where we have the greater amount of wear and tear. Most of the carpet actually is in really good shape because it's not hardly ever seen the light of day. It was a fair amount of furniture was in here actually, as I recall. So not much. Most of the traffic area wear was just happening in these high traffic areas, which is pretty typical. So that's where I will concentrate my time and the cleaning, of course. There was a table thing sitting here, another chair right over here, cabinets, a couple of cabinets along the wall here. Kind of working my way back toward the dining room here. And there was a few spills over here. The gentleman that was here actually has Parkinson's, and he's actually very shaky. So there was a few stains. Actually, all things considered, it's really not bad, actually. So this was right here was pretty much where he was sitting when he ate, I think. But overall, there was a few spots here. They were disappearing. The pile is definitely lifting quite well. I find the Oxy-Dry pad works very well for that. The white one works as well, also, but Oxy-Dry is just a little bit more aggressive. This is not a brand new Oxy-Dry. I've used it a few times and of course cleaned it off between cleanings. And it doesn't have quite the same bite as if it was brand new, which is why I chose it for this particular carpet. And there's a bit of a ledge, or a lip, I guess you could call it, right here, which the carpet sort of angles down slightly off of the underpad to the trim there. So I'm going to do one more overall pass here onto this high traffic area, and then I will switch over to an Ironman, and so that I get just a little bit extra going on right in this area. This is the highest wear area where the couch was sitting. TV was sitting over that away. Just a little bit of extra going over on this, so I'm going to turn around and go back this way. So every inch of this area here has been gone over repeatedly now, because this machine is of course doing 3 passes, 360 degrees every second. So all this area here has been gone over multiple times now, dozens of times, because of the way the machine is turning and scrubbing. It needs that extra effort in these high traffic areas, and as you can see, it's not taking me hardly any time at all to do this. So I'm going to be switching over to the Ironman in a sec. curb like that there. And put that there. And I'm going to just wipe that floor. There we go. Definitely looking a lot better already. Okay. And away we go. Now I'm going to do a perimeter. Just making sure the pad remains damp. I'm going to just do this little corner here. Get the phone out of the way. Okay. You notice I go backwards in this case because it's just easier to have the machine follow me, like along the wall. All the way back down to the beginning. And away we go. Pull the wire behind me. And now I can, as usual, work away from my power source. Did I just see a spot there? Nope, I don't think so. Okay. No, I don't have to worry about along the wall because it's already done. Just taking it easy, making sure I'm getting really good performance here over this high traffic area. I'm just adding a little bit of moisture as I go, in case you're wondering. Just wanting to make sure that pad remains damp. Now obviously I did apply already here with the fiber pad, but that was mostly just in these high traffic areas, so I'm having to carry that moisture into the area where I didn't apply. So I'm wanting to make sure that pad, the Ironman pad, remains damp, so I am applying a little bit of solution. In case you're wondering how I'm determining that, it's kind of just a experience and by feel and kind of instinctual, I guess. If it gets dry, I can tell right away because I can feel it binding, and then I can just quickly add a bit of moisture, because you don't ever want to feel your pad binding on the carpet. That means that you're creating way too much friction, and that's when tip blowing can occur. You don't want that. So I'm just going to go across the end of the room. And I can see where I already went to right there. Make sure I overlap to the left where I went along the wall, overlap into the center where I came over this far with my first pass, work my way back across the room, making sure that I'm very even in my passes,